Hello folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. We're out here at the Avon Park Aerial Maulers Club. Going to take up the Cermark Fantasy Flyer again. Alright. This is a plane I got on consignment from Hobby Bros in Dade City, Florida. And unfortunately Hobby Bros is having to shut the doors. They just cannot compete. You know, they just can't make it. I mean, it's so hard for hobby shops to survive. I mean, when everybody can get everything online and everything. So this is actually a very, very easy plane to fly once you get her dialed in. She runs on a 3S, 2200 3S. Supposed to be like in the, I guess the 1920s and 30s pylon racer type configuration, I'm going to assume. Got a big rudder on her. Got a storm coming in, so not going to be able to stay here very long. This will probably have to be my last flight. And of course my wind has completely changed. Now the wind is out of the west instead of the east. But that happens when you have a storm coming in. And I fly in defiance of the storm. Storm, take that. I fly and enjoy anyways, whether you're coming in or not. That's what you call an aborted landing. Definitely need to work a little bit of rudder in your turn. And she'll turn flat for you.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
What I mean by that is flat turn. In other words, my wings are staying level, but yet still I'm turning. So my primary directional control is with my rudder, and I'm keeping my wings level with my ailerons and turning with my rudder. And keep my nose up, of course, with my elevator. It's a coordinated effort. Sometimes people call it a coordinated turn or a flat turn. But I always say coordinated turn because it's a coordination of effort of all three control surfaces. So let's get her turned around without the flat turn. Wind does mess with her though, because she's a very light plane, very light. So I think a three cell probably is the most suited, but it would be kind of fun to see how she would do in a 4S setup. Not that I plan on doing that, I'm just saying it would be kind of fun. Oh man, talk about a no drama takeoff. But the only reason I'm reviewing this plane right now, and a plane that would be almost not impossible to get, but hard to find and hard to get, only because, like I say, it's no longer in production, hadn't been in production for a long time. And the company doesn't even exist anymore. Cermark. It's a Cermark Fantasy Flyer. The only reason I'm showing this is that don't discount planes that you find at a consignment shop, hobby store. They're on sale. You know, old planes that have been discontinued. If you can get a hold of one, that doesn't mean it's not a good plane. You don't always have to have the most newest, latest, hottest thing out there. This plane, I think, is like 15 years old. And it has survived. Who knows how many owners it's had. But you just show a little TLC, glue, love, paint, you know, and you can bring an old plane like this back to life. There's plenty of parts. As long as the foam frame, as long as the frame is intact, you know, and all the control surfaces are intact, and even that you could rebuild them. I mean, I'm sure there's a way of maybe balsa foam formers or something, I don't know, but there's got to be a way. But as long as everything is intact, it's all in, all the pieces are there, You know, if the hinges are bad, the motor's bad, the ESC's bad, servos are bad, that's okay. All that stuff can be replaced. Okay?
Time remaining 1 minute.
Good Lord gave you a brain. You know, you can figure it out. And you can take a plane that didn't cost you next to nothing and make yourself a really great flying plane. Now this plane here, I was very fortunate in the fact that everything checked out. ESC checked out, motor was balanced. Did have to kind of redo the landing gear. It was kind of wobbly. So I went in there and put better screws in there and glued in pieces and got it back to flying condition as far as the landing gears go. The hinges were okay. I did have to repair the hinge on the rudder. And like I say, these are things you'd have to do. But she's in good shape now. She's all she really needs now is a new paint job, and maybe reinforce the hinges again. Give her a new paint job, a clear coat, and that's really all she needs because she flies great. All right, folks, so there you go. That is the Cermark Fantasy Flyer. It says amped up on the side and something like ZD Fly, ZO Fly on the side. I do not know if that's the company or if that's a sticker that was put on there, but that amped up sticker looks like it's been on there forever. So, you know, these little lizards that are on it, I couldn't tell you about that. But like I said, I picked it up at Hobby Bros in Dade City, Florida for 50 bucks on consignment, and hey, can't go wrong. Great flying plane. All right, folks, y'all have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and them planes. Bye-bye.